All right. Well, my name's Grafton and Kylan, good to see you. So, Valerie, I don't think we've met before.
No, we haven't. Hello.
All right. Are you a new student or have you been in the program?
It's my second course of the program, so I'm
All right.
thinking I'm new.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. All right. Um, Kylan, you were in the skills class with me, and now you got to suffer through theories with me.
Yes.
All right. Um, so I am recording this just so that other students can see what a Wednesday night class meeting is like. And normally what we do at class meetings, I go over any announcements. I ask if there's any questions on this week's material, and I can explain anything that you need explained, answer any questions. We can expand upon any of the theories, talk about applications, whatever you want. It's more like a open discussion. And and then we talk about any kind of assignments, exams, papers, in case you have any questions about those. So I did post a lot of stuff this week. So I do just want to call attention to our timeline because that's really the most stressful thing for this summer semester. So if we go to the syllabus, most of it's pretty generic other than this timeline here. And we're moving 15 weeks into 7. That's that's a lot of information for each week. I recognize that. And even though students have to watch all the lectures, read all the information, I didn't want it to be too stressful. So, for instance, uh, there's a lot of chapters this first week and a lot of lecture videos on them, 3 different lectures for 3 different topics. But none of this is going to be on your exam. So it's a little different reading it, watching the lectures. It will be on a later exam, the competency exam that everybody takes for graduation, and then the National Counselor exam, the NCE, and you take that to get licensed if you're in the United States. So to get your LPC. But so you will need to know it, but it won't be on this exam. I removed exam 1 from the summer because we'd basically have to take it next week. So it's a little too soon to take an exam. Um, but if we go to next week and we look at these 3 theories, I will draw and we'll take the first exam, which is exam 2 in week 3. And it's a take-home exam. You do it at home. It's not, it's all like the exam is really answering questions in essay format. And we'll go over all of that next week, and you can ask me questions, but it's not multiple choice or fill in the blank. You just apply the theories to a case in an essay format. And you take all the time you need that week. You know, it's open book, it's open notes, it's not open internet. So don't use the internet or AI or anything like that. But but I'll pick 2 of these theories, and usually each exam has 3 theories on it. But I think because of time, 2 theories will be plenty. So I am cutting out quite a bit because it's half the time. And you're doing, usually we do 1 theory a week in a 15-week session. The other thing I cut out was students usually do case presentations and role plays, and we divide up the theories, and students get a partner and do a role play. using the theory with a partner. But we cut that out as well. And as we move through, it's a lot, we only have 7 weeks. So it's almost, we skip a week and then we hand out the last exam, and then we skip a week and you're writing your paper the last 2 weeks of class. So it's only 2 exams and a paper. But there's a lot, as you can see, each week has a lot of material. And during the time you're writing your exam, I only have you look at one theory rather than 2 or 3, because I know you'll be working hard on your exams. So I know it's a lot for 7 weeks, but hopefully you're not taking too many other classes during this semester. Are you taking other classes at the same time?
You're muted.
I'm not muted, but are you
Yeah,
muted?
I just rounded up multicultural, so I have
But are you done multicultural?
mhm.
Good. So you're not doing that at the same time.
Yes, but I have ethics as well at the same
Okay.
time.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. All
I
right.
have
And
been,
is it Valeria or do I pronounce it differently?
so it's Valeria, but
Valeria. Okay. All right.
Valerie is
Like
fine as
valerian
well.
root.
Yeah.
All right. All
Um,
right. How about you? Are you taking other classes or just this?
so I have finished multicultural counseling as well, and that was my first class in the program. I don't have any other classes right now, but I do have a full-time job. So
Okay. All right.
it's
Is your
one
job
class
like
is
in the
enough.
counseling field or a related field or something totally different, huh?
Totally different.
Did you two know each other in the multicultural class? Did you meet each other?
No, but we during discussions, yes, we
Discussion
had
Yeah.
to.
boards. All right.
Mhm.
All right. That's good. That's good. So let's just look at the material this week. So we went over the syllabus. I do have a lot of notes. So if we look at the notes, I give you everything you need for notes. You don't have to take notes. But if we scroll through, I just want to get to an example. So, all right, so if we look at like existential therapy, I have the regular notes in outline form, but then I also have, like I wrote the definition, the encyclopedia definition of existentialism for the ACA encyclopedia. So, if I provide like some chapters I wrote or something like that, don't just read the notes. Make sure to read the chapter I wrote because it includes things that are different than in Corey's book. So it's usually, I think I wrote a chapter for, yeah. So here's a chapter I wrote for Rogers as well. So yeah, definitely read my chapters in addition to Corey's. I only put them in if they had something different than Corey did. The compiled notes are like 100 pages. It's everything for the semester, but I also did it by topic as well, and these notes are shorter. Let's see. History and ethics. It's kind of interesting, but the history you'll probably also get in the professional orientation class. Ethics, you'll get in your ethics class. So it is somewhat of a review. If you've had psychology courses in undergraduate, I have to start from scratch because some people come into our program without a psychology background. So I start from the beginning. That might be repetitive for you, but I do go into a little more depth at the graduate level. So it starts from scratch, which might be review, but then I try to go into more detail, add some materials about each theory, talk about how I use the theories from my own clinical experience. And maybe it's from working in a psychiatric unit or having a private practice or whatever it might be. I try to provide some examples of how to use each theory. And there is a PowerPoint. I do not teach from a PowerPoint, but it's there if you need it. It's from Corey's book. And this was an easy, because you're going to do exams and papers, I usually try to make the discussion boards interesting. This is just introduction, but I usually have the discussion boards. I have you apply the theory or some skill to your own lives. I don't know how much time you've had since Sunday to look at any of the material, but do you have any questions on the material or maybe the timeline or anything you want?
I do. So I believe it was written, and also you've said that we have to watch lectures and that the platform records the time that was spent on the lecture. So when I go into a lecture, it opens as a separate tab.
Yeah.
Does the platform still record that, even if it's a separate, like, YouTube tab?
So what happens is it tells me how long you've spent reading, how long you've spent, let's say if you open it up in YouTube and you watch the whole thing, and then you come and you click on something else 45 minutes later, I can see how long it took you from the time you opened the YouTube to the time you went to the next topic. So I've seen students that just open one after another, and they're just a few minutes apart. So I know they didn't watch them.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually tell me how much time you spent on YouTube. Yeah. It's not quite that advanced yet, but I know it takes more than a couple minutes. What else?
So how about when you go and you want to go back, maybe you miss something, you
Yeah,
keep going back and back and forth
you
on
can do
that
that.
same.
Yeah, you can do that.
So does it record it?
Um, I can see that you've watched it 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, or
Okay.
however many. Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, if people click on it more than once, I know they're not just clicking on it to click on it. I know they're actually watching it because you're going back to check things out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other question I had was when you talked about the application of the theories, right? And so what are you expecting? How do we apply these theories to cases? And
Well, that'll be on the exam. So we'll go over the entire exam. I have a half-hour lecture just on how to take the exam.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay,
So I'll give you a case and
okay,
you'll apply the theory as if you were Rogers or as if you were Glasser. What would
okay,
you do with that client? How would you apply that theory?
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But some of the theories, they don't have like a defined um application principle to follow. So is it also
Well, I
open
think
to your,
only existential doesn't,
yeah,
but
so,
all the other ones do.
okay.
Yeah.
So I can now, based on the theory, you know, um, assess the case and apply it in the format that is described. Would that be it?
It's very detailed, but
Okay.
I don't want to go over a half-hour lecture on how to take the exam tonight
Mm-hmm.
because I have an entire lecture on the exam,
Oh,
you know.
okay. Okay.
So you're not getting the exam this week or next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
have plenty of time. You'll have plenty
Oh,
of time. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
But
Thank you.
I mean, you know, there'll be 3 parts. You know,
Okay.
you'll have a case, you'll present the client's past, talk about the past as an assessment using theoretical terminology. Then
Okay.
the second part, you will have them in a session in the present where you talk about what they're experiencing in the present with them in a dialogue, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll have to apply 2 or 3 techniques and
Oh,
play them out in the session.
okay.
And then the third part is a treatment plan. How would you apply this theory for maybe the next 6 to 8 weeks?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much exactly what you would be doing. But
Okay.
I can, you know, I will give you examples. So if you're watching the lecture, I might talk about how you might apply a theory or a skill to a case.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the exams are a lot of time and writing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's better than multiple choice or fill in the blank
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
because you can look at a book, you can look at your notes, you can go back and look at my lectures. My point is, I want you to be able to apply these theories to clients because you're going to have to do that with real people.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go to practicum and internship, you're going to need to know how to apply these theories to real clients. So
Mm-hmm.
taking a multiple choice test doesn't really teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And as in all of my classes, Kylan, what happens if you mess up?
You do it again.
You do it again. Yeah, you don't fail, you just do it again. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's it. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure. Yeah. I think this class, I've never taught it in a 7-week semester before. The shortest semester I taught it in was like a 10 or 12 week. So 7 is like exactly half the time, pretty much. So it's a lot. It's a lot of time. Yeah, especially if you're taking another class. So what else? Do you have any questions about the theories this week or any of the lectures or reading materials?
I'm going to say not yet because I haven't read much yet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just past the introduction and just starting on the theories of the week. So not yet.
Sounds good. But you can ask next Wednesday as well. You know, you can go back in time and ask about any of these as well. Whatever you want to know, whatever you might be confused about, or maybe you really liked something, you want to discuss it further in more detail, that's fine too.
Good to know.
So,
Thank you.
all right. Well, I'm going to stop recording, but let's see.